Hey, how are you guys doing today? Good? Good. This is an in-depth review of Beauty Bay Bright Matte 42 eyeshadow palette. This is not first impression, by the way. I got it few months back, so I do have some experience working with this palette. Now I did, however, swatched it on the first day, so you will get to see the fresh look of this palette in the clip. I know I look a little bit different today than my normal outfit because I recorded a Diwali makeup tutorial so check it out if you want. I'm gonna ramble some of the things that I think about this palette, but if you're strictly here for like swatches or looks of this palette, I'll insert a timestamp here somewhere or in description box. But listen, if you're planning on buying this expensive palette, it's like an investment, right? It's a bit expensive, so why not watch this entire video and hear my opinion on tiny little details that I paid attention to. I got it for about 4,000 rupees. I'll insert the Instagram handle of the page that I bought this from. I feel like most pages will now sell it for 3,600 or so. It's been a minute since it was launched. I actually got it off of Raima's recommendations. Is this really cool person on Instagram? Most of her looks are like original, like she herself comes up with those looks like inspired from fashion shows and things like that. Really unique content on her page, which I find fascinating, and she definitely deserves more followers. If you're into dramatic eyeshadow editorial makeup sort of looks, definitely check her out. I'll insert her handle in description. I actually saw her using this palette and I got it just because she was having fun with it, and then few days after, Robert Welch talked about how impressed he is with this palette, so I'm like, finally I have something everyone likes. Otherwise my choices are always like different than famous beauty gurus. I always like something that is so underrated. Let's talk about packaging for a minute. Comes in this black cardboard outer packaging. It has some information like its claims, and we have like full ingredients details as well. Unboxing is in direct sunlight, so you can see how beautiful this palette actually is. You can see here it has magnetic lock and it has plastic sheet like a protective layer. Actually, I'm a bit happy that it didn't come damaged. A lot of the time international product get damaged in the transit, and it looks like it's in a pretty good condition. Let me zoom you guys in row wise. I like the pressed beads on the pan. Looks kind of posh. I almost didn't want to swatch because I was worried it's going to blur that engraved beads on it. This is actually reformulated version of this palette. They first launched it in a holographic packaging. I think it was called EYN or something, and then again in this pink one. I like this one better, the packaging. They do have a variant of this as well. They have one which I have that is like all 42 shades in a, like all 42 would be matte shades, and they have this another palette, looks exactly the same, but they have some of these shades are in shimmer formula. Now if you haven't seen color story of this palette, it's literally so good. I mean, if you love bright matte colors, you are just gonna like fall in love with this because it is just so much fun. I mean, look at all these colors. Oh my god. You get some warm tones here, you get some cool tones, blues, and you get some neutrals on the top row. Pen look like they're of nice big size, you can see, compared to my fingers. Packaging itself, the yellow bold writing as well, it just literally is my rainbow fantasy. The formula is good. It has magnetic lock, which is good. It has mirror, and I paid double the price for like a lot of bigger palettes, and they don't have mirrors. What's nice about this palette is that it has names for the shades. I feel like sometimes brands don't bother doing names, especially on like larger palette like this, and they just like do shade numbers or give the name on the back side, and I'm like one of those people. I like shade names. I think it just gives this palette extra touch of elite. You know what I mean? I enjoy it. And then in the back we have some information which I'm going to read to you. The ultimate collection of matte rainbow hued eyeshadows. This palette contains everything you need to experiment with color spectrum, combining pink, blues, greens, yellows, purples for brilliantly bold, bright result with so many color options literally at your fingerprints. The 42 color bright matte palette allows you to create and play with infinite numbers of multi-dimensional looks. Every shade has intense pigment payoff. The smooth buttery matte glides on and stays on, blending seamlessly for the color that lasts. That is Beauty Bay's claim to the eyeshadows in their palette, and if you're interested to know if I think any of those claims are accurate, you'd like to know what I think about those eyeshadow formulas, then stick around. Let's begin with swatches first, and then we'll do few looks. I have the swatches footage for so long in my memory card. It's been like 6 months since I swatched this palette. We're starting off with first row, and that is first white shade. I think this would be a perfect shade for brow highlight, and if you don't want shimmer there, this is just perfect inner corner highlight as well. And then we have skin tone. As you guys can see, it's a bit harder to blend, and I think it's because of the finger. Later on we'll start with brush swatches as well. And this gray is like a really good shade if you have a brown skin tone like myself. Black is so pigmented, one swipe and it's bam bam done. We have some pink shades, and this orange is quite like shades like this orange or like very bright shade, they have quite a kickback. I think black has kickback as well. We have some pinks here. And this is the first two rows. Here's some close-up. And you can see there is some fallout as well. And as you can see in the palette, first two rows that I have swatched are bit dirty, like B's are bit dirty, so you can see there is some kickback. And now I'm going to try swatches with a brush. I'm using this packing brush from Pro Art, and this is the brush I normally use for packing on my eyelids. And on this orange shade you can see kickback on the pen. I'm zooming you for this first few shades of orange because they are quite similar. I don't see much difference rather than just undertone difference in the first 4 shades. And now on this 5th shade of orange I'm going to try and pack it, so I'm dipping again and again in the same way pen, so you guys can see if we can, you know, pack it or not. This is my favorite shade from this palette. This is like a cream shade. You can pack this shade and make it look the exact cream shade it is in the pan. As you can see on my finger, it looks like whatever shade we see in the pan, but when you blend it, this shade just disappears into your skin and leaves this hue of this creamy shade. And then there is some like shimmer, but you don't actually see shimmer particle, it just glows. Moving on to some yellows and green. We have some lighter version of the same colors like yellow and oranges. We see similar shades, but I think it's because, you know, you can actually pack it as well, so there are some differences, and you can normally use it as a pastel shades as well. Let's move on to next row. And starting with blue, this first shade is just so perfect. I have actually used this shade for my recreation look of Gigi Hadid Met Gala look. Like I used this shade all over my lid. And then we are slightly moving towards blue, but when we move to purple, you can see we can hardly like pick up a product from a brush. I actually tried it with a finger, and you can like pick a lot of this shade on a finger, but with a brush, this violet color and blue color are not really good. Actually, these two shades, this blue and dark blue shade, reminds me of few matte shades from my Juvia's palette. They are just so perfect. And good thing about this shade is that whatever it looks on the pan, you can actually get the same shade on the skin as well. Some of the times with darker shades, what you see on the pan is not normally, you know, turns out to be on the skin. These darker shades are quite harder to blend as well. As you can see, fallout is just so much and you have to dip into the pan so much, but it's not like any issue because you can always go back to the pan and do it. So packing is easy, but I think blending would be a bit harder for this kind of darker shades.
With a medium cool tone brown, I'm just gonna define my crease from inner corner to outer corner. And make sure you blend the edges as well. I'm also going to go a little bit above my natural crease so that when I look straight forward with my hooded eyes, you still see some of that white peeking through. And looking straight, I will also keep in check of both of my eyes and make sure that one is not different from the other. Now I'm going to set that new crease area using matte white shadow from the same palette. Next, I'm softly blending it in that brown crease color I used earlier on the outer third of my lid. Then pick up this lighter version of that brown and smoothly blending it into the white. It looks like I have done good job at blending, but in reality I just use like a lighter shade in between to give it like ombre look. So that's a cheat code for you guys there. Thank me later. No, thank me now in the comment section. You know, or yell at me in the comment. Lid on my cut crease is very similar to this neon liner I'll be drawing on top of it, so I have, you know, just changed that base to a slightly beigey looking crease so that white liner could actually pop. I'm going to define the edge of where my new crease is right now. Then I'm going to create a wing and I'm going to fill the inside of that white liner at the end. I'm gonna use that eyeshadow palette only because I forgot to take out my blush before recording, so my lazy ass is just not going to walk back to my room again. You thought I was done? No, baby girl, we're gonna do my nose too. And guess what? My chin too. Cause why not? Despite my cat's 9 lives, I might actually only live once. So, yeah.
Coming to final thought, what I actually think about this palette. Even though this has such a huge library of color, for me this palette is good add-on palette, especially because I don't enjoy all matte looks. Sometimes like I need something popping on my eyes. I mean, it's a mood, right? Nowadays I personally need a little bit of shimmer, so I never use just this palette. I always use this and some other palette or some, you know, shimmery shim. If you need like a really good rainbow palette in your collection, this will fulfill your need. All possible shades are here. In fact, the formula is so good that you can like mix 2 shades together and create a new one, just like painting. I mean, even though it's powder formula, it's very easy for you to like mix it and blend and create a new shade. I have some cons though. Well, not cons, more like my opinion. Even though one can create neutral look with this, you know, this first row, there are some browns and grays. I feel like this entire row is very cool tone. Basically this first row, this, you know, browns and grays. So even though you can create everyday neutral look, I feel like it's not going to be like best for us Indians, as you know, warm neutral suits us better. It's just one brown shade here that I sometimes use. Otherwise this row is like, anyway, this I only use this black and this brown sometimes. Otherwise first row is not like my thing. Whenever I want to do neutral look, I don't really pick up this palette. I still go for that I still go for this my neutral palette from PAC. It's called Last Wish. It's very handy and I love that palette. I love the formula. So that's kind of a drawback. You can't really create neutral look, but a lot of people can. If cool tone suits you, you can use it. Coming back to this deep blue shades are like harder to blend compared to the lighter shades in here. Well, I'm not saying it's bad. because it's not. I love it. I love this palette. It is my just observation that darker, deeper shades are harder to blend slightly. Last thing I would say is that the mirror just makes it hard for me to like use this palette. I cannot use the mirror in this palette, like hold it like this in one hand and do the blending because it's a heavy palette. I cannot use it like that. I cannot put it on my desk like that because it's too far for me, and I do have powers. So whenever I'm doing my makeup, I need to, you know, keep my mirror so close. So that way also I cannot do it. I do like mirrors, but in like smaller handy palette, and again, not exactly a con, it is just my opinion. Beauty Bay does claim that every shade has intense pigment payoff. I really thought the pigmentation was good. I didn't feel like I need to go back into the pan multiple times to, you know, pack the shade or what. As far as the smooth buttery matte gliding on claim goes, I would have to totally agree with that. Even with the swatches, they feel nice, buttery, smooth. It's true, very smooth onto the skin, and they blended out, as you saw from the tutorial, they blended out very smoothly, very easily. So pigmentation, nice, smooth, fills and blends seamlessly with a little to no effort, and that sounds like a winner to me. Kickoff is there, but it's different for each pan. Some shades have more kickoff than the other. I think the black one has the most kickoff. Make sure to tap the excess off before you start blending to avoid like intense pigmentation. This baby said pigmentation kya? What? Mahich pigmentation. In conclusion, it's a great investment. You get all this rainbow shade, and you can pick any shade and mix it with this beige shade, white shade, this kind of shade, mix with those to make them lighter, like make them pastel. This palette would be like one-time investment for rainbow eyeshadow collection. You don't really need any other palette after this. And shimmer, I feel like for shimmers you get new formulas. New formulas come out every 6 months. Like brands be launching same shades with different texture. Most of the time shimmers have new formulas, right? So sometimes you get creamy shimmers, stuff like that. So you'll definitely be buying more shimmer palettes in future, but this one is a whole matte and one-time purchase. Great deal. Like this is my first purchase from Beauty Bay, and honestly I feel like I'm going to buy more palettes from this because I genuinely feel like this formula is really good. I am eyeing some of their new launches, new palettes. Let me know in comment section if you own any palette from Beauty Bay, which one I should buy next or taste next for you guys. Let me know if you have this one, and if you do, how do you like this one? And if you're shy, just comment down what should be today's emoji of the day video. I think blue heart emoji would be today's video. You know, comment down blue heart emoji so I know you have watched the full video. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.